Think about my forefathers, hold the spirits rest in peace. I've been bidden to the marriage, you can catch me on the street. And we don't do no hiding, sliding through right on feet. Iron sharpens iron, if you my brother, we don't beef. Just because we got Bibles, don't you think that shit sweet? Keep a G26 on my waist when I teach. Even though they still walking in the spirit, they deceased. Even if they try to kill me, pray the Lord my soul to keep. Look, and if they try to kill me, pray the Lord my soul to keep. And big shout out Sakari on the block with MFB. We be looking for the smoke, and I ain't talking about no weed.
All right, so first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Jesus, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, real name Yahushai. We are the Hebrew Israelites of MFB, out here doing my Father's business, teaching peace, love, and prosperity to the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. Right? And I'm out here just gonna give a quick lesson about how our people need to continue keeping the law, right? Because a lot of the religions that our people are decide to follow, right? Like majority would be the Catholic and Christian church. They love saying that we no longer have to keep the laws, right? Right. So, matter of fact, give me Matthew 5, Father Shah, and then you go into Deuteronomy 1:2, right? You have that? Hold that real quick, and then go to 5. 7. I'm gonna have you read from 17 through 19, right? Because look, the Christian churches and the Catholic Church, they love telling our people that we no longer need to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? But go ahead, read that for me, Baba Kusha.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 17.
Right, and these are Christ's words, right? This is red letter. These are words that Christ was speaking, right? Go ahead.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law,
right,
or the prophets. I ain't come not to destroy, but to fulfill.
Right, so Christ is saying that He didn't come to destroy the laws, nor to destroy what the prophets were saying, right? But He came to fulfill, right? I'm not gonna go to that scripture, right? But basically, Acts 3:18 says that He came to fulfill suffering. That's it, right? That's what Christ came to fulfill, right? Go ahead.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth shall pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law.
So up until this earth passes, not one law, not one jot, not one tittle shall be taken away from the laws of God, right? And those laws of God were given to our people, right? The Israelites, who in today's day and age, colloquial terms would be the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. Right. Meaning that our people need to be continuing in these laws and keeping these laws of God up until the day of Hamashiach Yahushai comes back, right? Right. Go ahead, continue.
Till all be fulfilled. Verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
Right, so any of those pastors, any of those Christians who are saying that we no longer have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments are going to be considered least in the kingdom of Yahweh, right?
Right. All right. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Right, and those who teach and keep the laws of God are going to be considered the greatest in the kingdom of heaven, right? What's up, brother? I see you were staring. You got any questions or anything, bro? All right, man. Y'all have a good day, man. Stay away from smoking weed, bro. Keep the laws of God, man. Right. You know, through history, man, keeping smoking weed goes into the worship of the Queen of Sheba, man. That's a form of idolatry, bro. So every time a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American puts a blunt, a joint, or a bong, or anything in the way for them smoking weed, inhaling that weed, they're praising the Queen of Sheba. Right. And they're committing idolatry, man. Right? Go ahead, bring your picture up.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 24, and verse 44.
Right.
These are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all these things must be fulfilled, which are written in the law of Moses,
right,
and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me.
Right? So even Christ was saying that Christ was out here teaching the laws of God, right? The Christian church says that He came to fulfill the laws and the prophets, but even Christ out of His own words is saying that that's not what He came to do. He's actually coming to fulfill what the prophets were talking about Him, right? Him coming out here and teaching the Israelites that they need to continue in keeping the law, right? Right. So give me that in Deuteronomy, Baba Kusha.
God, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 2.
Right.
Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you,
right,
neither shall ye diminish out from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God which I command you.
Right. So nothing needs to be added nor taken away from the laws of God, right? Because the laws of God are perfect, man. They're what give you wisdom, right? They make you a perfect, just man or woman, right? Which is why God is telling us not to add anything nor take away from the laws of God, man.
Right.
Because these are His commandments that He's given to His people for us to live in peace within each other, amongst each other, man.
Right.
Right? Go ahead, bring that out.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God. The Lord our God is one Lord.
So like, start that from the top of the show.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 4.
2.
Verse 2. That thou mightest fear the Lord thy God, to keep all His statutes and His commandments which I command thee.
Right? The Lord is commanding us to fear Him and to keep His commandments. It's literally a commandment for us to keep His commandments and fear God, right? But, you know, it's like, man, I don't even know what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought. Go ahead, bring that out.
God.
Sirach 19 and 20.
God, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 20. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom.
Right, so this is what it is to fear God, right? Fearing God is wisdom, bro. You receive wisdom from fearing God and keeping His commandments, right? Go ahead.
Right. And in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
In what? In all wisdom is what?
Of the performance of the law.
That is how you obtain wisdom, man. You want to become a wise person, you got to keep the laws of God. What's up with you, brother? How you doing today, man? How you doing today, bro? Hey, man, what's your nationality, bro? I want to talk to you for like 2 minutes, man. Hey, man, see, these people don't want wisdom, bro. These people don't fear God, bro. Everybody come out here and say, yeah, they love God, right? I bet you about 80 to 90% of the people out here in Dolores Park are probably going to say that they love God and they fear God, but they don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments of God.
Right. God. And the knowledge of His omnipotency.
Right? So that's fear and wisdom is keeping the commandments of God, right?
Right.
Now go to Sirach 1 and 26, right?
God.
This is what we should be wanting to do. We should thrive and aspire to want wisdom, bro. We should want to have this knowledge, bro. Go ahead, continue.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 1, verse 26. If thou desire wisdom,
if you desire wisdom, as so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American person, if you want wisdom, what do you have to do, brother? Read that.
God, if thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments.
Right? If you want wisdom, if you desire wisdom, keep the commandments of God, man. It's that simple, bro. You don't have to go to these colleges. You don't have to go doing all the things that the white man in this country tells you to do to become a wise man, because wisdom is keeping the commandments of God, man. Keeping the commandments of Yahweh, man. Fearing Yahweh, right?
Right.
Was that it? Or bring the preacher up. Hold on, let him finish. Go ahead.
Verse 26. If thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments, and the Lord shall give her unto thee.
Right, if you desire wisdom, keep the commandments, and the Lord Yahweh is going to give you wisdom, man. That's simple. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 5.
Right.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, and ye shall do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Right? Even in the law, it says that this is the wisdom, bro. Keeping the commandments of God, man. Keeping the instructions, these laws, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave to the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. Right. That's how us, as black and brown people, that's how we become wise, man, and keeping His laws, man. Go ahead.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is wise and an understanding people.
Right? And that's how these heathens are going to know that we're wise people, man, and keeping the commandments of God, man.
Right.
Without us keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, they see us as niggas and spicks, right? And whether they see me as a spick with my fringes on, I'd rather be considered a spick with fringes than a spick in this wicked worldly nation, man. Right. Because just by these people seeing that the fringes on my garments, they know that I follow the commandments of Yahweh. They know that I'm wise for keeping the laws of God, right? Not even to boast myself, bro, but that's literally what God said, bro, for us to keep these commandments, and these other nations are going to know who we are by keeping the commandments of God, man.
Right.
Right? What you got? Hold on, hold that. You bring Deuteronomy 7 and 9.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
Know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is God,
Right?
the faithful God, which keepeth the covenant and mercy with them that love him, and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
Right? So it's saying that God is going to keep his commandments with those who, God is going to keep his covenant with those who love him and keep his commandments, right? And right there, people will say, oh, that's differentiating loving and keeping the commandments. But you know what? We're going to go in and sing what it is to love God. Bring that out in 1 John 5 and 3, Bible Bishop. Right? Because a lot of people just say, I love God, I love God, I love God, not knowing what it really means to love God, right?
Right.
A lot of people just think that love is just saying, I love you, man. I love doing this. But if I love my brother, if I tell my brother I love you, but I go and I steal from him, is that really me loving? If I tell my brother I love him, he asks me to do him a favor or just something that he needs help with, and I tell him no, is that really me loving him? So how can you say that you love God without taking action in it, right?
Right.
So
Right.
what is the action that we need to take as so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans to love God, right? Read that.
Bring it out, Up. This is the first book of John, chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God,
This is the love of God right here, right? Read it.
that we keep his commandments.
That we keep his commandments. That's how we know, that's how we show God that we love him, by keeping his commandments, right? Go ahead.
And his commandments are not grievous.
And his commandments aren't a burden, bro. It's not hard to keep the commandments of God. You people are out here trying to keep thousands of laws in America. But when it comes to 613 laws that the Most High God gives us, you guys say, oh man, that's too much.
Right.
When the laws are simple, not eat pork, don't eat shrimp, put fringes on your garments.
Right.
It's that simple.
Right.
What's up
Right.
with you, sister? How you doing today? Would you say that you love God? I just want to talk to you.
I do love God.
2 minutes, sis. How do you love God? Because I see you smoking a vape or smoking wax, sis. Right, just by doing that, you're showing you don't love God. You're harming your body, sister, and you are the temple of Christ.
Right,
You
right,
don't
right.
love God.
Right.
Bring up the precept.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 16.
Right, bring that out.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
Right? This goes for all the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans in this park right now, smoking weed, doing... I will in a second. All right, so, still like it. Yeah, this goes out to all the Native Americans, all the Black, Hispanics out here on this park who are out here smoking weed, harming your lungs, right? Go ahead.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
Right?
If any man defileth the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
Right? God is going to destroy every single Black, Hispanic, and Native American at this park today for smoking weed, smoking cigarettes. Whatever it is that you are doing to defile your temple, the Lord is going to put you to death for that, man.
Right.
Point blank, period. Right?
For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are.
Right? You are holy, man. You are holy people unto the Most High God, man. Take care of your bodies. Hey, brother, hermano, ¿tiene alguna pregunta? Miré que estaba mirando para acá, no sé si está interesado en lo que estamos hablando. No sabe de qué estamos hablando. Ok, bueno, pues, nosotros somos los israelitas, ¿verdad? Estamos aquí enseñándole a nuestra gente que somos los verdaderos israelitas de la Biblia y que tenemos que guardar sus mandamientos. ¿Usted creció en alguna religión? ¿En qué religión creció usted? ¿Mande? Católico, ¿verdad? En la iglesia católica, mira, nosotros leemos la misma Biblia que según los católicos leen. En cualquier momento, en su tiempo en la iglesia, ¿ha escuchado que debemos de guardar los mandamientos de Dios? ¿Cuándo, hermano? Porque de lo que yo conozco, de lo que yo conozco, los católicos no guardan la ley de Dios. Entonces, usted dice que la iglesia le ha enseñado a guardar los mandamientos, ¿verdad? ¿Y usted cree en eso, guardar los mandamientos de Dios? ¿Usted cree en guardar los mandamientos de Dios? ¿Sí? Y si yo le digo que lo que usted está haciendo ahorita, dándole puerco a nuestra gente, ese es quebrar la ley de Dios, ¿usted me va a creer? Pues hay otras carnes, hermano. Sí. Ni modo de que cerdo.
Es de pavo.
A ver, ¿a poco? Si es de pavo, no hay nada contra eso. Pero si es puerco, hermano, está contra la palabra de Dios. Bring that out. Leviticus 11. Huh?
Bacon though around it.
Exactly. Pero yo estoy hablando del tocino, hermano. ¿El tocino es pavo? Pero
Hay otras cosas más malas como robar y todo eso y nadie necesita nada.
Pero nosotros sí. Mira, yo no estoy aquí atacándolo a usted, hermano. Yo nomás le quiero dar la enseñanza de la palabra de Dios.
Right.
Okay. ¿Usted qué nacionalidad es? Mexicano, ¿verdad? Yo también soy mexicano, mi hermano aquí es mexicano y otro hermano ahí somos mexicanos, ¿verdad? Sí, somos israelitas. Pero mira, lo que estamos aquí diciendo es de que los morenos, hispanos, indígenas de esta tierra somos los israelitas de la Biblia.
Así es.
Por eso es de que debemos de guardar los mandamientos de Dios, ¿verdad? Y eso en comer tocino, ese es quebrar el mandamiento de Dios. Claro.
Es el libro del Levítico, capítulo 11, versículo 7. El cerdo, porque tiene pezuñas y aunque las tiene partidas en dos, no es rumiante.
¿Verdad? Porque Dios nos dice que debemos de comer los animales que tienen el pie abierto y que son rumiantes, que comen pasto, ¿verdad? Que andan por las tierras comiendo el pasto, ¿verdad? Pero el cerdo, aunque tiene el pie así abierto, no es rumiante, porque un cerdo lo puedes tener en un espacio chiquito y le puedes dar lo que quiera y se lo come, ¿verdad?
Right.
Continue.
Deben considerarlo un animal impuro.
Deberías de considerar el cerdo impuro, hermano, ¿verdad?
Así es.
Ok. Versículo 8. No deben de comer o no deben comer la carne de estos animales.
No debes de comer la carne de estos animales. Go ahead, continue that, right?
Y ni siquiera tocar su cara.
Y ni siquiera deberías de andar tocando la carne de ese animal, hermano.
Así es.
Deje de estar pecando, hermano. Guarde las leyes de Dios. Usted es israelita. Viene de la tribu de Isucar. Look at that, man. Our people don't want to hear.
Hora de marihuanos.
What did he say?
Marihuanos.
Marihuana usted, hermano. Por no guardar los mandamientos de Dios.
Así es.
Our people love being wicked out here, man. Always, brother. Man, what's your nationality, man? Mexican. You Mexican? Hey, bro. From your father's side? Because this information for you, bro. It's good, bro. You gonna come back this way? What are y'all preaching over here? Man, I'm just out here teaching.
I feel like y'all doing this for show.
Why would we do that for show?
How do people do this shit for sure? Not
I don't gain anything from this. I'm not getting no money or nothing.
Oh, what are you guys doing?
We're just out here teaching the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans that we're the true Israelites to the Bible, man.
Israelites, I heard of that.
Viva Mexico.
That we're the real Israelites to the Bible, bro. Now we got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments of God, man. Because if we don't, guess what, bro? The Bible says, woe unto those who don't keep my commandments, man. As a matter of fact.
So are you Catholic, Christian? What
No,
is your
brother, I'm Mexican as well, right?
What's your
So, alright, so this isn't a religion, bro. This is just, we teach the same Bible that all these other churches teach. The only difference is that we teach it how it's supposed to be taught, and we believe everything the Bible says, man.
Right.
The Christian churches, the Catholic churches, they love saying that we don't need to keep the commandments, right? But the Bible, but the Bible,
I'll be right back.
It's good, bro.
But I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it's good, bro. As a Mexican, bro, you come from the tribe of Issachar, bro.
Right.
You're from your father's side, you come from the tribe of Issachar, bro. And you got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of God.
Always.
You know guys are from Jalisco, you guys are Israelites, man. You guys would be Issacharites, man.
Right.
Even Mexico has a place called Izúcar de Matamoros.
Right.
Izúcar is literally just the Spanish way of saying Issachar, man. There you go. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments, brothers and sisters. Right. Right. Okay. Well, let me continue going on to what I'm saying, man. I gotta cut this short. I'm losing my voice, man. 4 minutes. 4 minutes left. All right. All right. Give me 2nd Ezra 15 and 24. Give me Baruch 4 and 1, Baba Kasha.
That nigga's on fire.
And I'm gonna end it off with those two right there, man. 2nd Ezra 15 and 24. Oh. All right, and you give me Baruch 4 and 1, man. I'm gonna have him read Baruch first, and then we'll go into 2nd Ezra, right? Baruch 4 and 1. Bring that up, Baba Kasha.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 from the top.
Right.
This is the book of the commandments of God.
Right. This is the book of the commandments of God, man. This is the same book that we're reading out of, man. The book that contains the commandments of God. Right. Go ahead, continue.
And the law that endureth forever.
And the law that endureth forever. But the Christian and Catholic Church love saying otherwise. They love saying that the law is done away with. But why is the Bible itself saying that the law and the commandments endure forever, right? Go ahead.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
All they that keep the commandments of God shall come to life, right?
But such as leave it shall die.
And those who leave the commandments are gonna die, man. Because you guys are lost in the sauce. You guys don't want to listen to your father, man. What happens when you listen to your father, man? Your father strikes you, man. Your father is going to discipline you, right? That's the same thing that Yahweh is doing to the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans for not listening to his laws, right?
Right.
So now, right? So now that we know that we got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and we just read that from one verse that those who leave it are going to die, right? Let's read another one, man. Read that, brother.
Todd, book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 24.
Read it out.
Woe to them that sin.
Woe to them that sin. Death to those that sin.
Right.
Death to those who don't keep the commandments. Death to all those so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans at this park smoking weed, man.
Right.
Death to all of them, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
And keep not my commandments, saith
Right.
the Lord.
This is what the Lord says. Death unto those who don't follow my commandments. Death to those who don't keep my laws, man. And you know what? With that, I'm going to say, Shalom. Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah.